Welcome back to my YouTube channel, you guys. Thank you guys for the ones that's viewing my videos, commenting. I appreciate it. I fuck with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you guys fucking with me. We're gonna get right into what this video is about. So, like I've told you guys, if you've been rocking with me for a while, you know what my occupation is. I am a bus operator, right? So, with working with the public, you may have some crazy ass stories. So I have a couple. I ain't even gonna say a couple. I have a laundry list full of crazy stories that I have from doing this over almost 20 years, not over almost 20 years. So I'm gonna tell you about a story about the time that I got shot, right? Which is really crazy, okay? So, I'm going to take you back probably maybe about 10 years. Okay, so, I started with this company. And before I went to this company, people was telling me, like, listen, don't go there because they crazy, they this, they that. And at the same time, it's like, I wanted to go just because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like doing the same thing all the time. Like, I got complacent in the job that I was at. I was still in bus transportation, but it was just, it was boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was really boring. And ain't like I was looking for no thrill, but at the same time, like, I had just got bored. And I wanted to try something different. And so the job that I was at was real cool, real chill. It was like, just, basically Caucasians. And I don't have anything against Caucasians, black, whatever. But if you black, we're a little different. We're a little different. Our public, as far as public transportation, is going to be a little different than Caucasians, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you a case in point. So when I was working with this other company, you know what I'm saying, it was like, you get up, you go to work. I had to be that mad motherfucking early, but when the Caucasians get on the bus, they're quiet, they drinking their coffee, you know what I'm saying, they getting in their iPads, they're on their computers. I'm not even sure if they had iPads back then, but whatever. I think it was the laptops. It was the laptops. The laptops, they had the AirPods in, reading the newspaper. You know what I'm saying? Reading the newspaper. Y'all check out my nails. I think it is so cute. But anyway, so yeah. So when they get on the bus, it's business as usual. That's one quiet ass ride. Cause mind you, I'm starting early in the morning. Like I might get there around 4:45. I might be pulling out like at 5. So when they get on the bus, they chill, they quiet. Like you might ride from this particular time that I was doing this. I was riding for probably about, I don't know, it was an hour route. So that whole hour was quiet. They don't start the peak hours really was quiet, you know what I'm saying, until it started getting around like 9, 10, they start talking. But morning, quiet, right? So I did that for a while. So then I'm like, you know what? One of the old timers was talking to me. He was like, you know what, you young? Because back then I was probably like, I don't know, maybe 25, between 25 and 27. My babies was small, you know what I'm saying? So one of the old timers came to me and he was like, listen, you got some kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, this company is okay, but this other company got better benefits for you being young. And he had already retired from a transportation company, because back then old timers try to give you some type of guidance, you know what I'm saying? Like, they try to help you. These days motherfuckers be trying to just hold information and like, I'm gonna eat and nobody else around me gonna eat, or you know what I'm saying, like, I know some shit but I ain't gonna tell you to try to help you. So I heard him or whatever, and he told me, like, and it still took me about 2 or 3 years to like really listen to him. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying, like, I can do this and make this move, and if I don't like it over here, I can backtrack and come back over here, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So the particular company that he was talking to me about, it was like, you know what, you should really think about. Other people's like, you should, he didn't, but other people's like, you really should think about it. And I heard the reputation about this place, but I'm like, you know what? It's driving a bus. How hard can it be? Right? How hard can it be? And so, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I was scared of shit. Let me tell you, like, this, I had been driving, but driving for, like I say, Caucasian people is a little different, you know, and it wasn't all Caucasian, you know what I'm saying? It was a mixture, but predominantly Caucasian, to where this new company was predominantly black. So I already knew, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was familiar with the city I would be driving in. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it just because I'm scared to death. Scared to death. So I'm like, boom. So get hired, go over there, do whatever, go through training, right? So my trainer, he was the bomb. He was the bomb. He was cool. He was like, listen, I'm going to tell you some shit. I'm going to tell you some shit that you need to know. I'm not going to make it all like it's all peaches and cream out here. Like, I'm going to let you know, when you go out here, you're going to be called a bitch. You're going to be called out your name. Motherfuckers going to be ready to fucking square up with you. Like, he already gave us the real coming out of training. So it was me, it was 4 people in my class, right? 4. So it was one white dude, and this white dude, he was like, he used to drive the equipment for some country band. I don't know if it was Dolly Parton or somebody. He used to drive the trucks over the road to, you know, transport their equipment. So, you know, he was cool. He came every day in class, you know, we did the book portion or whatever, you know. So then it was like, boom. So this is what I'm about to do. The trainer was like, okay, this is what I'm about to do. I'm about to take y'all, we about to take a ride down to the terminal. You know what I'm saying? Let's go see, let's let you get a look at what you about to get yourself into, right? So we all get in the little car, we go down there, whatever. And at this time, it was a little small terminal. It was a small ass terminal. So it was a lot of people like crammed into this little small space. So, and then you got all these buses coming in and out and people walking in between. Crazy, right? But the motherfuckers did it, though. I got to give them drivers they fucking credit. Them motherfuckers did it. Like, they did that shit with no problem. So I was a little intimidated because I'm like, damn, this is different from where I'm coming from, where we got space and you can see what you going, where people at, and stuff is documented, like what bus pull up where and all that. And I'm going from that to wherever your bus pull up, motherfucker, go get on that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? And to the fact that that's the first time I had seen so many gay people. I'm just being honest. Like, I had never seen so many. No, nothing wrong with it, but I had never seen, at that point, I knew it was changing. You know, the world was changing and, you know, with everything. But when I first got down there, I was like, wow, it's a lot of gay people. And I'm like, okay, cool, shit, they cool, I'm cool. Ain't no beef, I ain't got no issue. I just ain't never seen them. But then it's like, because it's like me going from, prior to me driving, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was with my mom, with my kids. So, you know, it was different. So anyway, I get down there, whatever. So I'm thinking we cool. I'm like, all right, okay, I get a feel for this. It's tight down here. It's a lot of motherfuckers down here. You know what I'm saying? And then when we down there, like, motherfuckers start arguing. You know what I'm saying? And they about to tussle. So I'm like, okay, so this is reality. Like, this is what we're going to be dealing with. So, boom. Next day in class, we come back to class. The white man don't show up. He never is seen again or heard from again. I don't know if it has something to do with him going to the terminal and seeing all them niggas. But he was just like, I don't think this for me, right? Or it could have been the guy telling him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be called this, you gonna be called that, or whatever. So I just feel like the trainer just was like real. He was like ex-military, and he was just like, listen, I'm not gonna set you up to fail. I need you to know what you're getting into, right? So boom, we going through training, and as it's getting closer and closer for me to go to by myself, bitch is scared to death. I ain't lying. You would think I ain't never drove a bus before in my life. I was scared, and it wasn't so much of driving because I knew my routes. I knew where I was going. I knew how to handle them big things. You know what I'm saying? I know how to handle big things, but that is not the problem. The problem was dealing with so many, like, black folks, you know, and black folks, you know, in the morning they cranky, you know what I'm saying? Like, they whatever, right? So, you know, I'm driving or whatever. So, you know, my first day I get down there, you know what I'm saying? I was scared. I was literally shaking. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not even going to focus on that mirror. Only thing I'm going to focus on that mirror because to make sure that they don't get hit by these doors when they close or they open. Boom. And I'm going to focus on getting my ass back out and back safely. That's what I'm going to focus on. If I know my route, where the fuck I'm going, I'm good because I had that. And because I hate to be lost. And to transport these motherfuckers safely. Them my two things. Like, I'm not trying to argue with nobody. I'm not trying to fight with nobody. I'm trying to fuss with nobody. So it's cool. Boom. So first day was a shivering bitch. Scared to death. Like, oh my God. So, you know, when you drive, you can hear little motherfuckers saying little smart shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? She knew, you know, it's either you're going to drive too fast, you're going to drive too slow. One thing this B was never late. This chick right here, I won't never late. Like, it was a route at night that went from an hour and a half to an hour. And the senior operator was like, you know what? This route right here would tell the operator if you're an operator or if you're a driver. So you know what I'm saying? I left. Man, all I knew was like, get to the end, get to the back, get back, get to the end, get back. So did that, got it there, got that bitch back on time. They said, oh yeah, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. So I had motherfuckers on the bus like, oh, she knew she ain't gonna make it. Like, actually, when I was in training, I had a motherfucker look at me and say, yeah, she ain't gonna make it. He thought I ain't hear him. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, all right. But I told the guy that was training me, I was like, you know what? I heard what the fuck he said. I said, but it's cool though. It'd be funny if I'm here longer than he is riding or he alive. And sure enough, that motherfucker is dead. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, boom. This particular night, this is probably, if I've been working maybe a year and a half, I've been working. So, regular night, yo, let me tell you, all these buses come in and they leave, and you know, they may come and leave at different times. Like, we all supposed to be there at a certain time. We can't leave before a certain time, like the top bottom of the hour. We cannot leave. Like, if it's 8:59, you can't leave. If it's, you know what I'm saying, if it's the bottom of the hour, 8:39, you can't leave, right? Okay, so you have to leave at either the top or the bottom. So it depends on the time of the day. Some buses are coming in late, you know what I'm saying? They're asking us to stand down because this bus running late or this bus, whatever. That's the normal thing of the night. So one time that we're gonna leave on time, like the one time that all operators are in their seats, everybody is lined up, and we are ready for the clock to strike 12. Because when that motherfucker strike 12, you getting off at 12:45. So that means you're getting off once you drop everybody off that's on your bus at 12. And you have to go to what they call the end of the line, which is the end of the route. So some drivers go to the end of the route, and some of the motherfuckers don't go to the end of the route. Some of them, when they drop their last motherfucking passengers, they headed to the garage. You know what I'm saying? Because they ready to go home. But one thing you can count on, one thing for certain, two things for sure. When it's 12 o'clock, everybody in their seat. So it's literally like we all pull in like this, like we all pull in we pull in at an angle, right? So when that bitch hit 12, it's like somebody just released us, like how you release horses at the same time. All buses pull out. The prettiest pull out of the night, of the day, because everybody's trying to go home. So boom. In this particular night, everything was going good. Everything was cool. Everything was kosher. I ain't had no issues. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my thing. So I'm coming inbound. And once I get at this particular time now, we have changed terminals. So we went from this little big space, like this little bitty terminal, to now we spread out. Like, we got a nice size terminal where you have to, the odd numbers on one side, even numbers on the other side, on one side. So you have to, I was a odd number. So I had to go all the way around to get into my spot. And so I'm coming inbound. So as I approach the terminal, right, everything good, you know what I'm saying? I think this was the 12 o'clock trip. This was the 12 o'clock trip. So this was my last trip, right? So we chilling. I'm driving. We're good. Y'all have to excuse me. My baby here, he wants to play. You see his toy he brought to me? I'm sorry. Let me get him out of the way. Okay, so I'm chilling, I'm cruising, I'm thinking like it's cold. One thing I hate cold weather. I hate cold weather, and I hated the times that I had to drive in the cold. Like I hated that shit. I hated the fact that I had to be out there 8, 9, 10. You know what I'm saying? And at my other job, I was not out that late. I basically we got off at 5 o'clock, and I was at home with my kids. So starting at a new job, you say at the bottom. We work by seniority. So when you at the bottom, you got to wait till people retire, die, leave, get fired before you move up. So I'm at the bottom of the barrel. And so I hated working at night, and I never really ever worked at night. I never really was out at night. I never dealt with being out at night. Like my ass always was at home at a certain time. So, but when night fell, like nightfall and it's dark, bitches in the house. I'm not playing with these people out here. Plus, I'm a mother. You know what I'm saying? I had babies. My kids are steps. You know what I'm saying? 96, 97, 98, and 2000. Like, this pussy was popping for my baby daddy. Like, I'm Scorpio. And I was hell back then. So, that's why they so close. I almost fucked around and had 2 babies in the same year. I'm serious. Like, one was born May of 97, and I had one born January of 98. She would have been 5 days earlier. Her ass would have been 2 babies in 97. But anyway, I don't like being out late. So I'm cruising, I'm going to the terminal, I'm doing my thing, thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying? I always call and check my kids, make sure they got the doors locked and stuff like that, make sure everything good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on my way, and I'm thinking, you know, I can't wait to get off. So as I approach the terminal, I make the left to go into the terminal. You know what I'm saying? I'm going around, but I see this car, right? I see this car, and I'm like, okay, what is that car there? So the car is like, it's getting ready to come, like, go the same way that I'm going now. Cars are not allowed in the terminal at all. So that's why it always stand out. Any car, if it's not a police car, police officers are allowed in the terminal, but no other car. So if it's, and then that late at night, like, I was just like, what is this car doing? You know what I'm saying? So it stops, like, we're both trying to go the same way. Excuse me. So it stops, and it lets me go. So I'm going all the way around to the eye side, right? Excuse me. I'm going all the way around to the eye side, right? So as I'm coming around to the eye side, I done forgot about the car. Now I'm trying to get these people off this bus and get parked so I can, you know, take a break and just chill for, like, we don't leave until like 10 minutes or whatever. So I pull into the slot, right? And so I let all the people out, you know, kneel my bus, open the doors, you know, get ready to get on my seatbelt. You know what I'm saying? So I just happened to look over, and I'm looking over to the even side, and I see the car. Now, it's a line of buses behind the car. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, the police ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? They lazy as fuck anyway. But I'm like, they not gonna make this car move. So I get out the bus, and I'm looking, and me and this old guy, I never forget it, was an old timer stand. I think this man's like 65 years old. So or older. So we standing there looking at shit. So we hear a big boom. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? He looking at me, I'm looking at him, we looking. I said, you know what? I don't know what the fuck that was, but I don't like the fact that this car, that I could see the car and there was nobody in it. You know what I'm saying? And it was a commotion going on by one of the buses. So I'm like, what the fuck was going on? That old man looked at me, he said, I don't know what's going on, but I think I'm going to go on the other side of this bus. I said, you know what? I'm going to join you. I'm going to go on the other side of the bus, right? So as I'm like trying to figure out, I'm talking to him, we trying to figure it out, because to me, you know, bullets ain't got no name on it. Bullets ain't got not one name on it, right? So I'm talking to him, and it was summertime. So I had on like a little short sleeve shirt. He back out, look, he back. Can you get down? I'm trying to tell a story here. But I had a little short sleeve shirt, right? So I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, so we standing there trying to figure out. I'm not going over there trying to figure out. I don't never run to the problem. I'm staying the fuck away from the problem, because it always be the bystanders to get fucked up, case in point me, right? So I'm way on the other side. I'm a good ways away. Like, it's not that far, but it was far enough for me not to be in nothing, right? So, and again, I'm on the other side of the bus talking to the old man. So everything quiet, and we ain't heard nothing else. And so I'm kind of looking through the bus window trying to see. I see the police. They all on top of somebody. They doing this. They tussling. I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to know. Like, I really try to be in my own lane and stay in my own business, because I don't want to be somebody else's problem become my problem. I'm just worried about coming to work, doing my 8 hours, and taking my ass home. That's all I want to my kids. That's because I ain't supposed to be out this motherfucker late no way. But I'm here because, you know, we got to do what we got to do. So as I'm looking, and I had like it was like a gray shirt. It's kind of like grayish blue, grayish blue on, grayish blue shirt. So I'm looking, and I just happened to look down, right? And I'm like, what is this on my sleeve? And I'm like, what is that? So I look, right? And I pulled it was on top of my sleeve. So I pull it off, and I'm like, what the freak is that? So I roll up my sleeve, right, y'all? I hope I ain't ashy so I can show y'all what the hell I got shot at. Hold on. So I roll up my sleeve. It wasn't this hard because I had on a short sleeve shirt. So I rolled up my sleeve, y'all. Y'all got to see. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can see it. Have I went up far enough? Let me see. So I do this number right here. Oh, yeah, I'm ashy as hell. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Got to get myself right. Okay, so I don't know if y'all see that right there. See that right there? That was like pink. It was pink, right? So I'm like, what the fuck happened? So of course, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, what happened? So I'm like, did somebody shoot? And so one of my coworkers come over, and he says, yeah, somebody was shooting. And so he was like, yeah, he shot a shotgun, and he shot it at a person, and it hit the ground and basically just went everywhere. And I guess that's why my crazy imagine if I was closer. Imagine if I would have ran up that motherfucker looking to see what the fuck was going on. It could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear the bang, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what the hell? So once I look at my shirt, I'm like, okay. And my arm, I'm like, okay, yeah, I've been hit. So I go tell the right people or whatever, like, I've been hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit pink. You see it? Like, you see it? And so I wasn't able to drive the rest of the route. You know what I'm saying? I went to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really no big thing because I'm a warrior. Like, I'm one of those people that just be like, I'm fine. Like, I'm good. I done been through worse shit than this. I got emotional scars and fucking inside scars. I'm good. This right here is like a fucking needle prick. Like, it's nothing. But, you know, I just look at it and see how fortunate I was that it wasn't worse. It wasn't worse than what it was. And so after everything, you know what I'm saying, I took a couple of days off, you know, they gave me a couple of days off, and come to find out what happened was, it was a guy that it was a guy, and his daughter was in high school, and she had just started high school, and evidently he was the stepfather, and he had been having sex with his stepdaughter, and he found out that she had a boyfriend. And so he followed the bus that they were on down to the terminal and got mad, and he went to shoot at him or either her. He shot her in the foot, and I guess that's what caused it to hit the ground and come up and hit me. Nobody else besides her and I were hit. But yeah, that's what happened. Like, he was messing with his stepdaughter and got mad that she had a boyfriend. And I just thought that whole situation was fucked up. That's a fucked up thing. That's a fucked up situation. But I was just blessed and thankful that I didn't get hurt no worse than I was. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful that I'm not a nosy ass person, like, to go run into an altercation, because I don't know what the fuck, because once you there, you in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no trying to back up or run or whatever, because bullets, like I said, bullets don't have no name on them. So I'm just blessed and thankful that it wasn't worse than that, because with buckshot, it could have been way worse. I could have lost an eye. I could have been fucked up in the face. I could have, you know, lost an arm. I could have anything. Shit, I could have been killed. You know what I'm saying? The little girl could have been killed. I'm just thankful that she was okay. And old dude got taken to, you know, jail or prison, wherever the hell happened to him. But yeah, that's my story about me getting shot. You know, if y'all want to hear some more driver tales, that's what I call them, driver tales, let me know in the comments. Again, thank you guys for fucking with me. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you guys for leaving those fucking comments. Make sure you leave a fucking comment, because I definitely look at your comments and I read them and I respond. I like them. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you want to hear some more driver tales from this crazy ass career that I picked at times, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, drop that shit in the comments and I'll holler at y'all later. Have a good one.